Hello folks, I'm back on the Fazer. She's fixed, or at least she's fixed so far, 3 miles from the house, so we'll see. But oh yes, oh yes, sounding better than ever, baby. So for those who don't know, who may not have seen the video, I'll put a little clip on now of what happened on the last ride out on this bike. And so basically, I thought it was the oil filter that had exploded or was loose, because I'd just changed the oil and filter and had the exhaust pipes off the front and everything. So I thought that's what it was, but it wasn't. Turns out it was an oil feed line, I believe it's called. It runs up the front of the engine. They're quite known for going, apparently. So I had to have a bespoke one made. And I've got that on now, and the fit and finish from the guy who made it is excellent. It's perfect. But what a fiddly job. Did it all myself, and that was like my first job that I've done on the bike that was like a mechanical kind of thing, if that makes sense. I do the like cleaning and things like that. I do oil changes, oil filter changes. We do the chain and the sprockets, but I've never done like anything sort of like a more engine related. And I'm super happy that the job satisfaction that I've gained from doing it myself has just been brilliant, as I'm sure people will know who aren't that mechanically minded and then do the first job for the first time. Interestingly, something I can feel already in the video, you'll hear it sounds really strange, and for the past 2 or 3 months of riding, I've been saying it doesn't feel quite right. I've been saying to my dad, I've been saying to Brice, our biking buddy on the red TDM, that it just doesn't quite feel as sweet as what it used to. But it does again now. So I wonder, that pipe must have had like a tiny little hole in it that was pulling in air or spitting out oil. And that might have been the problem all along, because it sounds and feels so crisp and sweet now. It just sounds and feels perfect, like it did when I first got it. So that's an interesting one. It could have been that all along, do we think? I'm not mechanically minded. Could that have made it feel boggy? A little. It's basically the line that runs right from the bottom of the engine, and I believe it sucks oil up and puts it into the cams. I think that's how it works. So the cams haven't been getting enough oil, essentially, I think. So good to be back on this bike, you've just no idea. I'm sure people who've had the bikes off the road for a while have, you know what I mean? I've been lucky enough to be in a position I could just go and buy the TDM that's in front, which my dad's on today because one of his tyres is bald. So he's having to go on the TDM, and it's kind of been hinting about buying it off me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there, because I did buy it as more of a stopgap than like a super permanent into the future kind of thing, which sounds a bit stupid and a bit frivolous, but I didn't know what was wrong with this engine at the time. So that was kind of the reason for that. So a question for some people that are a bit more mechanically minded than me. It kind of seems like an obvious yes, but it might not be. So I noticed when getting on that the gear change is so much smoother. This, it's quite hard and like notchy would be a good way to describe it. And I was wondering if that could be because the gear selector shifter is just a little bit loose fitting. Could it be that it's not like doing a full engagement? Like to get a smooth gear change on this, you have to really just tickle the lever up, otherwise it's quite lumpy and bumpy, if that makes sense. I'm just curious, to anyone that might know, would changing that perhaps smoothing out the gear changes a little bit, because it's making more sort of contact, if that makes sense. X8MRV, Mr. Vanos. What a fucking tit you are. I wish I'd caught that on camera. Just overtook me, nearly hit my dad in front. Had to brake like hell because something was coming. What a fucking moron. You've annoyed me. How are you liking it?
Lovely, it's like an armchair.
Isn't it?
Back brake, full back brake, man.
Oh, really good back brake on that, like, yeah.
What's that like?
Amazing. I've just been saying, that fucking tit in the van was a bit of a bell, wasn't it?
Hey, hope we're going to have a chase on here. Oh, no, we're not.
What, did you think me? Yeah, well, I even said there's no point chasing him, I'm not going to get anywhere. No point making myself mad. Let him fucking go. So interestingly, today this ride was sort of coming the same way we came my very first ride out on this bike, I believe. I think, or one of my very early ones anyway. I think I've got the footage on the channel a while back. What a view, look at that. Nice. We need to stop somewhere for lunch, and somewhere along here with that view would be good. This is a funky little road we're on here. I don't know what it's called, I'm afraid, but very tight, twisty, and certainly more conducive to those bikes without talking the air up and down the hills, or, well, more up the hills, I suppose. Oh, kitty cat, hello. All distracted by the cat laying in the road. Brisk the sheepherder. Stay on the green bit. Okay, that bike popping away now, can't you? Hopefully. I think he's enjoying it. Jesus. Wonder what my dad was avoiding then when he swerved out. It was that fucking gut bump in the road I just didn't see. a view, look at that. So this is a pass of some sort, I'm not sure which one, but oops. Riding these roads is certainly a test of your balance. So yes, I've changed the camera angle of the little GoPro Hero session facing towards me, just while we were stopped then, just to see what it's like. See how it looks a little bit higher and facing a little bit more sort of up and slightly more to the left. Nice, nice. Big KTM adventure bike. Some nice views out here, aren't we? Look at this. Beautiful. Can I get a good view from behind? You might not. I think this is Hardknott Pass that we're on now. It might not be. I'll know once we get a bit further into it, but just all looking a little bit familiar. I think I've been here before. Yeah, you definitely don't want to fall off there, do you? Fellow Fazer rider, give me a thumbs up. black Fazer as well. Oh yeah, this is Hardknott Pass, I recognise this now. I thought I did, because we stopped and got some photos a little bit along here. Oh, what a view, look at all that beautiful ribbon of tarmac, look. Oh, my front brake's a bit squeaky. Look at this though. Well folks, I think that'll do it for today. If you enjoyed our ride out and enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will see you on the next one.